YAF conference is done, and I am speaking to Abigail from the University of Maine. So a lot of maniacs here today. Abigail, what did you think of the conference?
I thought the conference was awesome. I actually hadn't heard of Young America's Foundation until a couple of weeks ago when Sawyer Smith came to my campus and got my number, and we were able to meet, and he told me that told me everything that YAF could do for conservative groups on my campus, and then he told me about this conference, and he said, you know, YAF funded it and paid for all our travels. Oh,
that's great.
Yeah.
That as a conservative, when it's affordable, that's even better.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been a college Republican?
I've been a college Republican ever since I got to the University of Maine. I'm actually just a freshman this year. But I had been involved in statewide politics for about a year before coming to college, so I knew a lot of the college Republicans at our university.
So you've actually been involved a little bit. You're going to college. You're getting involved in this. Have you gotten any lessons from the people you've seen here, the various speakers and politicians, that things that never even occurred to you?
I think one of the main focuses of this conference was informing leaders on campuses on how to establish their clubs and get members, and I learned some great. These tips can go, you know, they can be political tips, they can be used in business. These are just great tips for establishing an organization and being a leader. So some of those would be, you know, using social media, using family and friends,
or using interviews like this, which you're going to get out here.
Yeah, and just things that you can do, and always keep up with your follower base. Like, keep them updated every day, and keep them interested.
Give them a reason to come back, which is one of the reasons why I do a lot of short interviews, because it brings people in. Now, you saw Ted Cruz last night.
Yes.
Had you already decided on a candidate beforehand, or is it too early? Is Ted Cruz the first one you've seen in person?
I've seen Rand Paul in person before. I wasn't going to wear an I Stand With Rand shirt to this conference.
So you like Rand Paul?
I like Rand Paul. I also like Ted Cruz. I have not decided on who I will be voting for, but I want to do a thorough analysis of every candidate before I make my decision, and I believe that we have a lot of good candidates that are going to be in the playing field.
That's really, I think, a lot of people talk about the Republican field. I think our problem is we have too many good candidates. Now, you, obviously, you're going to the University of Maine. Do you live in Maine?
I do live in Maine. I live about 2.5 hours from my school, so I live at the university.
Now, will you be heading down to New Hampshire when other candidates come in to check them out and decide?
I hope so. I definitely hope so. I wish other groups followed YAF's lead here and, you know, funded college groups' trips down to see great speakers like Ted Cruz. But yeah, we will actually be trying to, you know, bring candidates to Maine, see if we can get them up there. But traveling to New Hampshire, sure.
Well, it's like me. I live in Massachusetts, so I can actually be around conservatives. And that's one last, I want to close with this. One of the things about college these days is that you're constantly surrounded by liberals, with very few exceptions. Maybe Hillsdale College, you're not surrounded by liberals. How is it to be in a room full of people who share your beliefs?
I think it's great. I actually, at the University of Maine, we have quite a bit of diversity in our views, although we are majorly a liberal campus, but I've had some great conservative professors, and I actually cheer in my seat when they talk about, you know, free markets. And
conservative professors, all right.
Yes, because I'm an economics major, and so a lot of economics professors tend to be conservative, but I like hearing different views, and there are a lot of different views within the Republican Party, and we've seen that today with our speakers. But yeah, it was great being at a conference with people with my own views that I can talk to politics about, and it was great.
Well, Abigail, thank you very much for your time. As a young Republican, a person starting college, a person starting life, you have a whole lot to look forward to, and I envy you those years. I remember them well.
Thank you.
Thank you.